So guys, today back from a video on the channel today, week after the Newcastle United vs Wolves preview. I've got a little bit to say before I go into the preview like normal, but before I start, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we've just hit 11k subscribers. We've been waiting for a long time. Finally hit it, lovely stuff. Thank you for the support, lads. And yeah, before I start off the preview, I've got a little bit to say. So, because of time, and this is, I haven't got much time, so I'm recording this on Tuesday night, and this is before the Tranmere game, so I don't know about injuries, I don't know about what the score is tomorrow. This video is going out after the Tranmere game, but I don't have a clue. The reason being is I'm going on holiday on the weekend. I'm going away for 3 nights, and that means I will be watching Newcastle United in Greece. So it's going to be a weird video. Obviously I'll still do the match reaction afterwards. Obviously got to stay on the content if I'm abroad or not. I'm going to Greece, Crete, Malia, whatever you want to call it. I'm going there on the weekend, so this is why I'm doing these videos now, so I've got time to pack for the weekend. Obviously I'm still working and whatnot, so that is the reason being. So just a little heads up for why the videos might be a bit different, why the predictor team might be a little bit off tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, let's get in the video now. So then on Sunday, 4 o'clock kickoff. For me it will be a 6 o'clock kickoff because it's 2 hour difference in Greece. But Newcastle United face Wolves. Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Molineux Stadium. Wolves have not won a game yet this season, so I hate playing this scenario where they could be the first team, the first game they win will be against Newcastle. I hate that. They can come to the game, remember, always beating Newcastle as their first game of the season and whatnot. I just hate they can't do that, so hopefully we don't. But they've been really poor, I think, in this season. Yes, they signed the new Portuguese midfielder, I cannot remember his name. He started in their 1-0 win against Tottenham Hotspur. Matheus Nunes, £50 million. It's a lot of money for someone that's unproven in the Premier League, but they're saying Guedes from Valencia. They've got a very attacking team, and looking at their team now, they had Johnny, who's normally a left wing back, playing centre back, Pedro Neto on the right hand side. When I look at their team, it looks slow. It does. The only pacey player on their team are the 2 strikers, and Pedro, which is, and the strikers aren't even strikers, it's Pedence and Guedes, who are both left wingers. Look at their defence, Collins, Kilman and Johnny. It's a very risky defence. Obviously they let go to Connor Cody, don't ask why. Don't ask me why, but obviously they had players on the bench like Jimenez, Semedo, Wahing Chan. Obviously Adama Traore is back from his loan. They've got players who can cause damage to Newcastle on Sunday, but they've got a really good team. They do, and they had a decent season last season, and they've got to keep going for it. If they don't, I could see them slipping down the table a little bit. Not to the point where it's like 17th, 16th, but maybe it's like a 13th or a 14th or even a 15th place finish by Wolves. So many teams are improving, and I think Wolves' team needs improving. That defence for me, playing Johnny, Kilman and Nathan Collins from Burnley, who they've just signed, that isn't, for me, not good enough. Obviously their left wing back Nori, for me, no. Nelson Semedo needs to be playing more, but they haven't got the best out of him. They need to be getting the best out of some of their players, because they need to go back to when they had that 3-4-3 system where they had, or 5-2-2-2-3 or whatever you want to call it, whether Adama, when it was Jota or Pedro Neto and then Jimenez. That really worked for them. They need to bring that system back rather than playing 2 strikers who aren't even strikers. I think Bruno Lage got to do a little bit more tactically minded going into the game against Newcastle, because we know how tactically minded Eddie Howe is, and he'll utilise that, and if Wolves bring out a surprise and went, look, we're going to be playing Jimenez and Adama who haven't started a game this season, bang, there you go, we will be thinking, shit, they're going for it, yeah. It was set a stamp on going into the game on Sunday. But if they go with the same 11 that played against Spurs, you look at it and think, you never know. Like, Wolves could bottle it. At home against Fulham, obviously they got saved by a penalty save at the 80th minute, I think it was. Meatball missed, Jose Sarr saved it, but it's one of them where it's like, you nearly got beat Fulham. Who did they play in the first game? They got beat at Leeds. Obviously Leeds had a lot of talk speaking about them if they were getting relegated this season and the flying. Obviously drawn to Fulham, arguably should have got beat if that penalty goes in, and obviously got beat at Tottenham last week. They're not coming into this game with full confidence, but as I speak, they are beating Preston North End 2-0 in the Carabao Cup, and as I mentioned literally just there, they are going for a more attacking team, and guess who scored? Adama Traore and Jimenez. So you look at that and think, I've literally just proved my point. I've just seen it there on my phone, lads. It's 2-0 at half time. I don't know what the full time score will be. When I look at their team there, it looks a lot more better. A 4-back with Kilman, Collins, Nori and Semedo, as I mentioned, playing. Nunes, Moutinho and Dendonk. I really do rate Dendonk. I think he is a quality player. Hangi Chan, Jimenez and Traore. Literally, I've just said what Wolves should play, and they've literally played it without us knowing. But they've got a good team. They're getting that midweek win against Preston, if they do win, should help them. Obviously we'll have to see what happens with Newcastle. Obviously you're seeing this after the Trimmy game, I don't know the score, but yeah, Wolves have got a good team. They're going into this game with a bit of confidence if they do win against Preston, and we'll have to wait and see how they form into the game. So then Newcastle United, obviously I've said this too many times, I'm recording this after the Trimmy game. I don't know who's played, who scored, what the result is or anything. I've got to judge this Wolves game off Man City. One of the best games I've ever watched in my own eyes. One of the best atmosphere I've ever seen in my entire life. 100%. The place was rocking. Man City could not handle it. Even stuff when the ball went out of play, they got scared of the fans. 100%. So hopefully there'll be a good travelling on Sunday for against Wolves to get behind our players. But going into the game, are we going to play the same 11? We don't know about injuries. Obviously, I'm recording this on the same day we've been told about Callum Wilson. I'm recording this on Tuesday when we've still got 5 days of winter. If we sign João Pedro, with who we've been linked with, or arguably signed, here we go, he could play. I don't know this, so it's so annoying when it's shit like this. But I've literally got no time, boys. I'm packing Thursday night, I'm away Friday, so what can you do? But going into the game, we need to stay calm, stay composed, and really get out Wolves, because we're doing it again. If we're going to go at City, we're going to go at the beginning, like, going to go up to Wolves and be like, look who we are, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to beat you. And if we do that, we will win. As simple as that. We need to go at them and just pure bang, bang, bang. Obviously, we've got a history with Wolves getting beat or drawn 1-1. Obviously, last time we played them, it was a 1-0 win at St James's Park, where a certain Chris Wood scored his only goal at St James's Park in the Premier League. So could he do the same again? He does love a goal against Wolves, actually, Chris Wood. Thinking of it, he got his hat-trick against Wolves, and obviously he scored for Newcastle against Wolves. He's got the hat-trick for Burnley, but you look at that and think, does Chris Wood play? Does he score? We'll have to wait and see in the predicting tomorrow, and if he does play. Anyways, obviously that 1-1 history, I think we went through a phase where we drew 1-1 like I feel 6 times in a row, something ridiculous, and it ended last season where we got beat 2-1, then we beat them 1-0, so still draw 2-2, minus divide that, and it gets another 1-1. I wouldn't be surprised if this game is a 1-1, but I'd take a 1-1. Yeah, no. If you're joining against City, you've got to be like, oh, we're going to beat Wolves. They're in the relegation zone, and a team's not in the relegation zone for no reason. So it's one of them. Obviously, they've got a lot of players playing who should be playing on Sunday in this starting game today. Obviously, Newcastle will probably be playing a completely different 11 for Tranmere. Well, I would assume so, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It will be an interesting one to predict. It will be an interesting one to say, but if I've got to say a prediction, it's my last full night on holiday. I cannot get put on a downer. I am going to go with a 2-1 Newcastle. I want to be sat there in the pub and just have it on. Obviously Sky Sports main event, so I will be having it on, and I will be watching it. Don't you worry, boys, I will be doing my little video after. Fingers crossed the service is good in Greece, because when I went 4 weeks ago it was not good. I couldn't literally go on my phone for 7 days pretty much. But hopefully have a good time, and hopefully I can see Newcastle United beating Wolves in Greece. Fingers crossed. Make sure to leave a like, boys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would mean a lot if you could do so, and I'll see you love to predict the team tomorrow and the game on Sunday. How are the lads?